Hello, hello, hello. What's up this afternoon, everyone? Welcome. Fine Thursday to you all. Good to see ya. What is upside? That dude Krolix, Aracalypse, Therev, Reindeering, Stone Rain Productions. Good to see ya, Doug. Welcome. Dark Soul, Mike Arnold, I saw you there. How is everyone doing today? Today's stream gonna be a little bit different. Here's a plan for today. So, you probably noticed, getting off to a little bit early start. Usually don't start till 5, and it's 4:30 Eastern, so we're a half hour early. The plan is, we are going to play this sweet-looking, infamous small Japanese tournament Bard Class token deck for about an hour. And then in an hour, Wizards is doing a sneak peek stream showing off Warhammer Commander decks, showing off Dominaria United, and showing off Double Masters too. So when that starts, we're going to jump over and watch that together and, commentary on it, whatever. Watch it together like we have with past streams. And then I might have to cut the stream after the WotC stream to go make a spoiler video. Gonna depend on what cards they show off. I have no idea. Maybe we get nothing or like a handful of comments. Maybe we get a bunch of good stuff. So we'll play it by ear, but there's a possibility we'll have to cut the stream a little early for spoiler video for YouTube. But that's a plan today, which means should probably get into it so we can get in as many games as possible before the WotC stream starts. I'm actually, we can talk about this as we go. I'm curious what you think of all these sets, all this preview stuff. I'm very, very curious because remember, we're 2 weeks out from Streets of New Capenna, something like that. Commander Legends spoilers start Monday, but today we're getting previews for Dominaria United, which I don't think comes out till September, and Double Masters, which is a couple months away. I don't even know what's going on. The problem with making the spoiler video live on stream, I actually considered that, but most of it's super boring. The part where I'm actually talking about the cards is probably interesting, but most of making a spoiler video is editing the video and putting cards and slides so I can actually record the video. So I think most of it's going to be actually super, super boring. I think Commander Legends is Tuesday, actually. I thought it was Monday, but then I think they're doing a preview stream Tuesday to kick it off like they do other sets. Lysunian, Lagosinian, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Oh, we got a new donation. Ooh, from Dan Wildfire. Did you find the hidden scoop sticker in the decks? I didn't. I mean, I guess... Actually, wait, is it in the cards? I scrolled through. I have the cards right here. I scrolled through them, but maybe I missed it. I have not found the scoop sticker yet. You hit it too well, Doug. You hit it too well. I'm gonna have to look even. Is it in the? I didn't actually open up the dice bar. Is it in the? Oh, I found it. Oh, I got it. I'm live on stream. I found it. Thank you. Thank you, Doug. That'll be good, so I'll know which one is mine. I'm the one with the scoop sticker, in case someone else has the same deck box. Yeah, I hadn't opened up the dice section. I should have looked there first. Anyway, let's do our reminders real quick. Talk about this deck. Start playing some Bard Class as we wait for spoilers. About an hour after our stream starts, we're going to jump over to the WotC stream, and I don't know what to expect. I don't know if they give us a bunch of art and dates, or if they're actually taking and I don't know, giving us a bunch of spoiler. We'll see. I have no idea what's going on, but we'll find it out. So Replay YouTube this week, find the old streams, normal YouTube, tons of stuff going on the YouTube. Some Against Objection yesterday, frogging up some Elspeth, which the deck was pretty funny. The deck wasn't good, but when it goes off, it's actually really hilarious. So I don't know. I like that deck. Tomorrow's deck for Much Brew is actually really sweet too. One of my favorite standard decks. A reminder, their sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom, and if you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. Maybe you need a Forsaken City for some reason, or an Avatar of Slaughter, the thing that gets you killed in Momir when you hit it because it makes all your stuff attack and you die. Maybe a Glacial Chasm, whatever, you get them at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free goldfish sticker, just let them know you want one in your order notes. I think it'd be similar to the first Baldur's Gate. One of those sets, goldfish, could be... I think it could be similar to the first Baldur's Gate one for some of the sets. Could be some of the other factions of 40k, some art from Dominaria, some preview cards. Yeah, maybe, I have no idea. I guess we'll find out. I expect we'll at least get some double masks. I don't know, maybe, my guess, okay, here's my prediction for the spoiler stream. My prediction is we get some cards from each set, but I wouldn't be surprised if we got the most cards from Double Masters, because it's reprints, so it's really easy for them to just throw up a bunch of those. But I think we'll get at least something from each set. Warhammer, as far as I know, is commander decks. That's what they said initially, unless something has changed, that it's going to be a series of commander decks. We should find out when they're releasing as well, which is nice. Anyway, this deck, and we talk about all this as we go along, but let's talk about the decks when we actually get into some games before we jump over to the spoiler stream. So this is an infamous small Japanese tournament deck that I'm kind of excited to try out. So I've been wanting to play Jinny Fei for a while. I also just love Bard Class. Bard Class is so much fun when it goes off. So this is a very new version of Bard Class for Standard. So the idea is we're a Bard Class Legends deck. Bard Class, crazy RAM for Legends, eventually turns into a combo piece if you level it all the way up. So we got a bunch of Legends. We got Trognar, we got Jinny Fei, new Legend. That's where the token stuff comes in. We got Jetmir, a pretty sweet payoff. If we make a big board of Legends, we can Jetmir and pump them. Helena and Elena, more Legends. Arlen, also a Legend. Planeswalkers count. We got some Mitsushis. Ezekiel's Jerry, even a Legend. So we have all these legendary things to ramp into with Bard Class. Then we also have this token sub-theme, which is really interesting. So Jinny Fei, of course, cares about tokens, turning them into cat or dogs. Jetmir kind of cares about tokens. It cares about those going wide, at least. So because we have these token cards, we got Wedding Announcement to make tokens. We have Rabble Rousing to double up our creatures to hide something away. We get tokens from Ezekiel's Chariot, which we can turn into cats or dogs. Turning our cats into cats, I guess, is slightly upgrading our cats. It's Sushi, our treasures can become cats. Galley Raiders can be making a treasure that's a cat every single turn if we got Jinny Fei going. So it's really like Naya token Bard Class Legend value shenanigans. No idea if the deck's going to be good, but the deck looks fun at least. I'm excited to try it. And we got a bunch more Legends on the sideboard. We have some Elspeths, we got K-Roos, we got some Redanes and Wandering Emperors good against control. We got some removals, so I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Also, we accidentally got Mythic today. I think I'm like Mythic 500 or something at the moment. Last I checked, we never end up highly ranked. The life of an against the odds player is like you do pretty good and you rank up and then you try to build an against the odds deck, like the Frog and Elspeth deck where we lost so much before we did our thing and your ranking just like plummets back down. But for some reason this time, mostly playing that Mob Nixilis deck, we're actually Mythic 584 at the moment, which I think is about as high as we ever get ranked on Arena, which is kind of hilarious. Sucks that CK is still getting the publicity. Yeah, I saw a post on Reddit. Today is like a really busy recording day because we do Commander Clash and then we have the stream and then I was working on a gameplay video this morning. So I didn't actually get to read, but I saw there was another post on Reddit about Card Kingdom Union stuff, but I actually didn't get filled in on the details. Mythic just means you play a ton. Yeah, I know. Actually, that is true. Although in this case, we actually just crushed it with that. I know I keep preaching this deck to people, but the mono black deck in Explorer is actually like kind of insane. That was a deck we finally got to Mythic with, and I think the overall record getting up to Mythic, because I was just playing the deck for fun, it's 22 and 5, 81% win rate, going from like bottom of whatever Platinum all the way up to Mythic with a little standard in between. So that deck was actually just like kind of really good for some reason. I just made Mythic last night, been getting swamped by Esper decks, oh god. The theory I've heard is that Mythic is like the best place to record content. If you're at low Mythic, you're going to play against people that get to Mythic, and then they get to Mythic, and they just play whatever jank they want. I don't know if that actually will end up being true. I'm hoping that's true. So we probably get stomped a bunch at Mythic, and fall to low Mythic, and then maybe we hit cool matchups, but we'll see. Hey, what's up, Winzo? How are you? So, what are y'all thinking about, this preview stuff today? I'm like very, very curious where people are at. What are you expecting for Warhammer? Is that something you're hyped for? Hey, what's up, Magikarp? Good to see you, good to see ya. Are you hyped for the Warhammer decks? How many of you are Warhammer players? I have never actually played Warhammer, so I actually don't really know what Warhammer is all about. Lord of the Rings is actually a full modern legal set, but it's coming next year. So it's not Commander decks, it's a full set, but we don't have a release date. We know it's next year sometime. Yeah, the Mob Nixilis deck is this one. Commander Clash was interesting. We played, it was another, we need to level this up one more time. Yeah, let's Wedding Announcement. I know it's not a legend, but I want to level this up and then play our legends if we can. I've never played Warhammer. Is it sweet? Is it actually a fun game? Expressive iteration. So Commander Clash, it was week 2 of Streets of New Capenna, and we each built around one of the uncommon commanders. I got a Queza, and I stuck with the flavor. That's my new thing about Commander is I want my decks to be flavorful and still hopefully be good, but that's kind of a big part of the goal. It worked pretty well. It worked pretty well. And the deck is definitely very flavorful, and it's not a wheel deck. It's this is the Mob Nixilis deck that's been crushing it in Explore. Might have too many, well, let's level this up. Please don't bounce this. It might have slightly too many copies of Rotting Registrar, but it's working. Queza, so Queza is a challenge. If you don't know Queza is the, whenever you draw a card, you get to drain someone for 1 legend. Elvish Hyuga, Elves Hyuga, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, well, well, I guess it's time to go. So, Helena and Elena, draw a couple cards. Land on green. Gala Greeters. Arlen Paxhope, draw a couple cards. Arlen, make some wolves. Trigger the Gala Greeters. Treasure token. Counter. Haste up the Gala Greeters. Attack, attack. That was not a bad turn. Not a bad turn for the Bard class. We get to draw a card. Hopefully we don't get comboed. So is Warhammer actually like, how does Warhammer even work? Why does a Queza drain from 1 for each opponent? That is a really good question. I was asking myself that very same question as I was playing it because, yeah, it seems like it should. Yeah, honestly, when I built the deck, I didn't realize that it didn't do that. I just assumed that it did because it seems like they always do that, but normally they format cards like that. My guess is it's because it's uncommon, actually. That would be my guess, is because it's uncommon, Wizards was afraid it was going to be too overpowered. Until your next turn, you cast creatures with flash. Okay, so take this up.
Follow the enemy's scent.
Play Jetmir's Garden. Play a Bard class. Level up the Bard class. Go to, where's our Ginny Fae? We haven't found Ginny Fae. Grow the wolf. Hit ya. Wow, stuff gets big fast in this deck. Lots of rules and dice. Oh, is that the game that Vince plays on his channel sometime? With where you actually like have a physical board, move stuff around. Each creature you control enters with a counter. Oh. Well, maybe it's better just to Zika's Chariot. Yeah, I guess we will. Dirty Chariot. But this gets us double cats, which enter with the tokens, or with the counters, and gets us back a treasure. And grows the Gala Greeters. Wow, this deck's kind of going off past the turn. Okay, I've seen just like clips of it on Vince's channel that I've never played it. So do you think it'll be cool? Like, do you expect the Magic version of it to be interesting? Like, where is, oh no, I don't know if I've ever beat 2 Titan of Industries. What is its level of iconicness? Like, so far our crossovers, we know like Lord of the Rings is coming up, and whether or not you personally like Lord of the Rings, I don't really personally like Lord of the Rings, but it's certainly very iconic. Is Warhammer on that level? Like, where is that as far as, like, I don't know, cultural significance, I guess? Okay. Hey, Andrew, Cunio, how's the stream? Good to see you, good to see you. Welcome, Raiders. We are Bard classing at the moment in Standard. Ooh, another Helena and Elena. Well, okay, so tick this up. And then play a wedding announcement. And then play it sushi. And make a treasure. And crew the chariot. Go to combat. Grow the chariot. Attack, attack. Copy the wolf. Grow the gala greeters. Are we gonna just go bigger than Double Titan of Industry? Is that a thing that's actually happening? Opponent blocks and blocks. Kill the big ones. Okay. We have officially overcome 2 copies of Titan of Industry, which I don't think has ever happened before. Expressive iteration. 40k is more iconic than Fantasy, but it does seem odd. Yeah, I think that's a fair question. Like, how does a crossover like actually connect to the Magic world in Fantasy? Although, like, I mean, opponent's done. Although we know that we're getting like Fortnite. We're getting Fortnite. So I don't think anything could be less fantasy and more pop culture-y than Fortnite. So I think if they're doing Fortnite, there's not really. I mean, can we even complain about Warhammer 40k if we know Fortnite's coming? Because that's just about as far away from Magic as it can get, I would say. Hey, Seth, I've been brewing Kasima plus Sea Dasher, Octopus, and Explorer, but I guess I got the last 4 cards to complete it. Would you mind checking it out and see if there's any fitting removal and staples I should add? Ooh, let me see. Ooh, that's a spicy deck. So Kasima, vehicle / card draw god, Slogurk. So kind of a Simic tempo style deck, I would say, is what it looks like. Interesting. Any staples that you're missing, I think I would be looking for exile target artifact or creature, then return to the battlefield with +1/+1 counter. Maybe some removal. Maybe Fading Hope is the way to go. Some sort of, maybe a little bit more interaction. Decisive Denial, definitely good. I like Decisive Denial a lot, but maybe a little bit more interaction. Nothing really jumps out, though, as, like, super stapley that should be added, but yeah, I like it. That's a cool idea, Daifon. All right, opponent is going big, going super big. What do we want? What does this even do? 5 mana 4/4. I've never played the Green Dragon before. Kura. When it dies, tutor up 3 lands, put them in your hand, or make a big spirit. Oh, like, wow, doesn't Ren just do this right away? You play Ren in 7 and just immediately make that same token, except it also has reach? Seems like budget Ren. I mean, I guess you get a big Flying Death Toucher. Well, I mean, yeah, Fatal Punch and Thoughtseize are definitely good, but they're not in Simic. I mean, I guess if you're gonna go into another color, those are definitely very strong cards. Maybe we don't change much of anything. They were good at blowing up enchantments, which is annoying. Yeah, let's bring in a couple Planeswalkers, try like that. Kura is good. Kura is good. 90% you get lands, and lands are spells nowadays. That's true. Get a bunch of channel lands is kind of like getting some spells. Well, we got Bard Class, so we are keeping Bard Class. It's sushi. I wonder if we can just play Bard Class with all the dragons. Bard Class dragons. Jarno Wolf for the gift sub to Number Skull. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you. Thank ya. Well, Bard Class time. Don't counter it. Hey Seth, have a great stream. Gotta go practice for a bowling tournament this weekend. Oh, Affinity, what do you roll? Bowling, I used to bowl. There's a time, a long time ago, where I bowled kind of a lot. I don't think I was ever actually, like, all that good at bowling, but it is a thing I did relatively often. But that was quite a while ago. Let's just level this up. Play the land, pass the turn. Average. What is average in bowling? So I know 300 is as good as it gets, right? That's like unbelievably perfect. The flawless victory of bowling. Average is like 150 then? That would be right in the middle. I honestly, I don't, I don't think I've ever bowled a 200, I would say. That's impressive. Well, have fun at practice, Affinity. Thanks for stopping by. What do you think of the green-white Naya Enchantress deck in Standard? Low-key draws like a million cards. Deck is busted. Honestly, like, I think right now the two best opponent. We better have a basic infamous small Japanese deck builder. Oh, that's right. We have Triumphs now. Never mind. So I guess we don't need basics. Ooh, Jetmir. Well, let's Sushi. Play the land on red past the turn. Yeah, 218 seems good. That's very impressive. Opponent gonna flip the keeks. Age of Treachery is Explorer legal. Galazeth Prismare. And bounces our dragon. Opponent's deck is going off and kind of annoying. Plays a land, passes. Well, okay, land on white. Gala Greeters. Hitsuchi returns. Make a treasure. Please, nothing big and scary. I bowled a 200 game for the first time since I've been playing in the last year. Improved each time. I'm loving it. Ooh. Oh, more big busted dragons. Well, it's a copy of... Oh, no. Oh, we can't beat this. That feels like cheating. How do you beat copy of Goldspan? All right, draw a couple of cards. We need a sweeper or something. Lantern Flare, not looking ideal. Rack, Inner Buster. All right. Well, this is the problem with Bard Class decks, is when you have Bard Class, they look insane. And when you don't have Bard Class, they look very sad. And I think we are currently in the very sad stage of this deck. Arlen. Make wolves.
You want to fight me and my pack?
Land.
Gather my children.
Okay. Gain 2 life. +1/+1 counter. Land. Lantern Flare. Gold Span. Please, no counters. Or removal. Draws a card. Desperation. We don't have Farewell in our deck. Otherwise, I would love to top deck it. That would be so good. About it. Please let the dragon die. Okay. We killed a gold span. That's good news. That's good news. Whether or not we can actually get through this, that's a whole nother story. We do have this sneaky Jetmir that's going to come down and start pumping at some point, maybe. Is Burn Down the House still in? Actually, hey, what's up, Curious? How are you? Burn Down the House and Fable of Frost and Fire, Fire and whatever. The Is It 5-Mana Saga. Those are 2 cards that I think went way up in value because they actually take in ooh, that's spicy. Those are 2 cards that I think went way up in value because they actually interact with all the planeswalkers that people are playing. Well, Ginny, Faye. And oh, death. Wow, opponent is just playing all the biggest, baddest stuff in oh, Jesus. Hey, what's up, Dogamith? Yeah, I got off to an early start today because the wizard spoiled. Yeah, we're super down. There's no way we beat this. Wow, so opponent's just like, I guess, teamer dragon ramp. Chibillin Hammer. Welcome to the Fishball. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super over here. Thank you. Thank ya. There was a spoiler. There's a sneak peek stream. We got it. No worries. 2 Hullbreaker horrors. Ain't no thing. There's a early spoiler sneak peek stream for Double Masters, Dominaria United, and the Warhammer Commander decks at 5:30. So we're gonna watch it together. So wanted to start early so we could take in actually play some Magic, and then we'll check out the spoiler stream. And then depending on what gets spoiled, I'm probably gonna have to stop to do a spoiler video, show a shorter stream tonight. It starts at 5, basically a half hour from now, just over a half hour from now. We'll turn it on once the spoilers start. Watch it together. Was there any consideration for playing Minsk? So this is a deck that I didn't build. This is a deck from a infamous small Japanese tournament. So I think Minsk would probably be fine in the deck, good in the deck even. It is Naya, it's in the right colors. It is a legend, so it kind of hits all the marks, maybe like a one of or something. But yeah, I didn't actually build this deck from the ground up or anything like that. I do wish we had a farewell. How do we deal? Well, okay. How do we deal with these big things? Valorous Stance, I guess. Valorous Stance kills those big things. And that might be it. Rabble Rousing's probably... Opponent's got so many answers. So many answers to artifacts and enchantments. This is probably just a tough Bard class matchup. We saw Beseiju. We saw a bunch of Titan of Industries. Opponent is prepared. They're prepared for what our deck has to offer. How many lands are we playing? 24. Yeah, okay. Could maybe use some MDFCs, but where's the deck list? Exclamation point deck. We'll get it to you. And it should be up on Cardboard Live, I think. Maybe Wandering Emperor. That can get rid of Goldspan. Maybe Wandering Emperor is just better than the Arlen. Arlen seem kind of medium. All right, let's try it like that. When are they going to show Lord of the Rings cards? Feel like it was announced a long time ago. Yeah, Goldspan definitely gets got by Wandering Emperor. So Lord of the Rings doesn't come out until next year sometime. So I'm assuming we got a while to wait. Well, we're gonna try this. This sounds sweet. I don't know if it'll work. We got the Ginny Fae. We got Azeka's Chariot that can make even better cats thanks to Ginny Fae. It seems reasonable-ish. Well, run out, Ragnar. Yo. Seems like Wizard just keeps putting out spoiler after spoiler. We just got new Cabana. Yeah. Yes, it does. I mean, it might be. Honestly, it might be too much. Like, I'm not going to complain about getting spoilers because I like talking about new Magic cards, but it might be a little bit much. Well, we're going to have to Legend Rule ourselves here, unfortunately. Legend Rule ourselves. Keep the new Beseiju. Azeka's Chariot. Hasty Cats. Hitcha. Okay, so we found a way to slightly improve one of the, like, 3 best cards in Standard. What do you hope he gets reprinted in Double Masters 2 to bring the prices down? This is a really, really, really tough one. The problem is, especially in formats like Modern... So I want to see some Commander stuff. Like, Mana Crypt being so expensive is absolutely just, like, over the top. Really, really needs a reprint. So there's some Commander stuff that could certainly use a reprint. So actually a lot of Commander stuff that could use reprints. However... Modern is going to be tough this time. The Eldrazi are a good bet. And remember, this is a Double Masters. Last time there was a Double Masters, there were a ton of opponent. Oh my god, has a braid. I'll play the land, hit you with Ginny Fae. Pass the turn. These treasures from Fable of Mirrorbreaker is so insane. The problem with Modern right now is a lot of the most expensive cards are cards from Modern Horizons 2, and typically Wizards doesn't reprint cards that quickly. Titan Industry, hooray! Goes up to 15, and looking pretty dead. Yeah, hard to keep up with that. Opponent's just like playing all the most busted cards possible in the same deck, which I guess is probably a good technique. So that's going to be the problem for Modern. Like, I don't know how they realistically lower prices that much. Like, yeah, fetches, again, like, especially the allied ones that went up in price and weren't in Modern Horizons 2. Like, that would be helpful. Yeah, I mean, we're just... our opponent stuff is just too big. There's no way. Why dead? Well, I mean, we weren't, like, dead on the spot, but there's... at that point in the game, there's just nothing... Our 2/2s are not going to beat our opponent's 7/8s that they can clone with Kiki Jiki every turn. Like, our opponent gets to just make a Titan of Industry every turn, so we can't really play the Rabble Rousing, because that just auto dies. Opponent's going to get a free 4/4 and 5 life, or destroy one of our things every turn. There's just no... Should have channeled Beseiju. Yeah, maybe. If we channeled Beseiju, we wouldn't have been able to... We would just have Jinny Fei on the board. So I don't know if... I don't know. That was tough because we just didn't really have the lands. It starts in about a half hour. So if we had channeled Beseiju, we wouldn't have been able to play Azeka's Chariot. And then... I don't know what that looks like. This hand's so slow. I will say the curve on this deck is scary. Like, if you got Bard Class, it's fine. If you don't have Bard Class, the curve of this deck legitimately frightens me. There's so many 4-drops and no ramp. Opponent apparently doesn't want to play this game. Yeah, destroying an enchantment's really good against our deck because... Well, moving on up in the rankings, I guess. What do you want in Double Masters 2? So actually, the scary part about Double Masters 2, the real question is, how much do you think it's gonna cost? Because Double Masters last time, the big complaint was the price. Especially, like, in general, but especially for, like, the VIP boosters, like those $100 packs. Can you imagine, like, with the new price increases, it's probably going to be absurdly expensive, right? So master sets are reprints only. At least they always have been reprints only. Horizon sets are the new cards plus reprints generally. Channel lands for days. 4-drops for days. All right. I mean, you can't play a deck that has 24 drops and then mulligan a hand that has only 4 drops, I don't think, because you built your deck that way. Drawing a land is nice. That does help. Getting us closer to the 4-drops. Playing the land, pass the turn. Ooh, Ren and 6 definitely needs to come back. Lair of the Hydra. Oh boy, this snowbally deck. Well, probably dead. This deck, I don't know. This deck is, I think, this deck and Esper, the two best decks in the format by a pretty decent amount, I think. I still lose to Esper all the time. I don't play against this deck as much, but this deck is, like, if you can't kill its payoffs, it is just insanely snowbally. Opponent gets in, hits us. Well, play the land, Azeka's Chariot. 4-drop 1 of Infinite. Go. I'm excited for a master set because I don't have to learn a ton of new cards. Yeah, it's kind of nice. There's a little bit of easy mode that you don't actually have to try to keep up with everything. I do this for a living. Like, all day, every day, I do Magic stuff, make Magic videos, do spoiler videos, hang out with y'all doing streams, and I can't... We had it in our first game. We just haven't seen it this game. And I can't keep up with it. Wow, everyone's playing Beseiju, apparently. And I honestly can't really keep up with it. There's just so many... There's so many new cards. People come into the stream and be like, hey, what do you think about building a commander deck around random card name? And I'll have to look it up. I'll have to look it up. And that was not like that a few years ago. Like, even 3 years ago. Like, 3 years ago, if you had told me a card name, I probably would have known it every single time. But there's so many cards now. It's very, very difficult to actually keep up on, I think. Well, golly, not that it's all a bad thing. Like, I love new Magic cards, so it's not that it's just black and white, not a good thing, but definitely different. I mean, I'll play Jetmir. Pump the Dorks, make a treasure. Pass the turn. I mean, I'm hopeful. The important thing to remember with master sets is the prices are going to go back up. For almost all the cards, the prices are going to go back up. That's how this works. Magic doesn't actually get cheaper. I hate to say it that way, but that's just not how it works. However, all right, opponent grows the dorks. However, it does put cards on sale for a while. Like there is a window to get things at a much cheaper price. So if you got the extra money somehow in the world of so many products, it is something that's, I think, worth trying to take advantage of. But hey, Seth, have you ever wondered, picking up singles, I mean, not picking up boxes. Picking up boxes is typically a bad idea. I mean, it's fun. I love cracking boxes just because it's a fun gamble, but I would not recommend doing that if your goal is to build a collection. You're going to be much better off getting the singles while they're cheap. Hey, Seth, have you ever wondered if there should be a standard for Commander with all the new cards coming out specifically for the format? I mean, isn't that kind of Brawl? I think that was essentially at least the original idea of Brawl. It was basically Commander, but only standard cards. And it's kind of taken off a little bit because of Arena, I would say. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, play It's Sushi. Make a treasure token. Play the land. I mean, we're actually getting kind of close to turning on Jetmir, which is sweet. Pass the turn. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're like 2 creatures away. Showdown of the Skulls. Opponent's gonna draw some cards. Ironic. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Opponent growing the dorks. Gonna draw a ton of Magic the Gathering cards. Oh god. Jeez. Double room. In Fable the Mirror Breaker. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. Maybe every deck just needs Farewells in the sideboard. I played against a white weenie deck the other day that got me with a Farewell, and I did not. It was like a bunch of 1-drops. I was playing the 1-drop 1/2 first strike fire thing, whatever that hawk is. Like, that's how aggressive the deck was. And then they got me with Farewell after sideboarding. And at the time I laughed about it, but maybe it's actually right with how the meta is. I feel like Farewell should have said Planeswalkers. That's the one thing I dislike about it in Standard, is it doesn't save you from getting Espered into oblivion. Like, Esper still does its thing. It's still insane. Let's get rid of this Naturalist, or at least make our opponent spend mana copying it if they want the discount. All right, opponent lets it go. We gain some life. I mean, our goal here is to get to double strike mode of Jetmir. I don't know if we can quite do it. We can get to trample mode, double strike mode though. All right, we're gonna Sustenance. Opponent stuff getting huger and huger. Well, block and block. Kill the Cammy. Draw some cards. Come on, creatures. Well, hold on, Elena's a creature. Oh, Back to Nature would be good against this deck for sure. Ooh, Bard Class. I'll play Bard Class. Level up Bard Class. Play Halan and Elena. Make a treasure. Play the land. Ugh. Pass the turn. Grow the Gallagher Eaters. Oh, this is good. I want to see the fully powered up Jetmir. I want to see it. I want to see the 9 creatures. I mean, you can always choose not to choose Planeswalker, right? Like, if Planeswalker was one of the modes, it wouldn't hurt Planeswalker decks, because you could just be like, not choose that mode. Hey, what's up, Crumpolo? How are you? I'm doing well. Today was a Commander Clash day. Had a pretty fun Commander game. Opponent. Why not make a citizen for Jetmir? Wait, how make a citizen? Oh, this can make a treasure, put a counter on it, sell for gain 2 life. So it doesn't actually have. All right, now I guess our opponent gets to go infinite if they have runes. Oh no, they don't have the. We got rid of the naturalist, so they're not infinite. Opponent grows the dorks. Oh, we're getting close. Because we have this Den of the Bugbear, which is +2 creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need like 2 more creatures. Opponent gonna rune it up. Gets the trample rune. Puts it on the huge thing. Draws a card and grows it. The problem is at some point we're just gonna have to put our entire board in front of this this 10/10 goblin that's just going off. Opponent getting in for 10 because runes are pretty good. Yeah, we're dying. We are dying. Like, what do we do about this other than farewell? Wouldn't hitting planeswalkers make it less miserable? Because then you could use it to answer the planeswalker combo decks. Opponent. The board is huge. Gala greeters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. We can't double activate, so we can't get to 9. We can level this up. I guess that's what we gotta do. I don't know if this keeps us alive, though. Level it up. Gala greeters. Gain 2 life. Jetmir. Are we gonna end up just short? Okay. Treasure. Life. Land. Atsushi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, if we had 1 more mana. We have enough ledges we could discard this, but we don't have the mana. Alright. Grow at sushi. Pass the turn. See if we can stay alive. Hey, what's up, GR Michello? How are you? Shadow's Verdict stopped the Rune deck fast, 1 turn faster than Farewell. It's true. Although, I think it's not as good in other matchups. But that is true. Free attack with Itsushi. Oh, it has vigilance? Oh, you're right. We should have attacked there. Oh, Jetmir, of course. The first. Yeah, you're right. That would. I mean, opponent's at 41, so even 12 damage probably isn't really gonna matter. But you're right. Bukake, welcome to the Fish Bowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, opponent. Comboing off. I don't know if we can survive this turn, unfortunately. Oh, Jesus. Another showdown of the skulls. Opponents draw like their entire deck. Opponent draws their entire deck. Finds a circle of confinement, goes attacking. Makes a treasure. I mean, we gotta kill it, or attempt to. Block and block. Opponent. Let's it go. We drop to 11. We get to draw 2 cards. Is there a way we could turn on this Jetmir? What do we find? We're fighting the good fight. We're trying. We're so close. Opponent's up to 58. And that's a Jenny Faye. Jenny Faye's sweet. Circle of Confinement. Can get rid of our Gala Greeters. Oh, if we didn't have to keep chump blocking, we would be able to get enough creatures. Oh, Rabble Rousing would be sweet. If we didn't have to keep chump block. Ooh, that's interesting. That might get us there. All right, Jenny Faye for 1 mana. Draw a couple cards. Azika's Chariot. Make a Hasty Cat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I think we're gonna do it. Whether or not this is enough to win, that's a whole nother question. Because our opponent's board is pretty scary. So play a Jano. Oh, no. We already have an Ajano. Play a Den of the Bugbear. 1, 2. Is this gonna work? Can we win? Den of the Bugbear. Turn it on. Crew. Azika's Chariot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is number 9. Go to combat. Counters on, I guess, Jetmir? Go attacking? How good is it? Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot. Oh, that was a punt. I should have put it on the Azika's Chariot. Yeah, that was a punt. I don't play with these 9 cards. Yeah, Chariot. That's what we intended to do, but we didn't click in exactly the right order. Yeah, Chariot getting haste, I think, was the best bet. Well, opponent gonna do some blocking. Let's read this. Den of the Bugbear. Until end of turn, Den of the Bugbear becomes a 3/2 red goblin creature token. With whenever this creature attacks, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. It's still land. So I believe you can double activate. To make multiple tokens. Although it's a lot of mana. So we don't really have the option of doing it here. Like, it's good if we have the ability to do it, but I don't think we have the ability to do it at the moment. Yeah, we're Jetmering. Opponent gonna do some blocking. Many things will die. Opponent goes to 19. All right, pass the turn. Oh, opponent. Oh, jeez. Holy. Oh, huh. Okay. Apparently, there's enough damage that it doesn't matter how much we punt. Wow. Yeah, that was. Opponent was at 54. I guess I didn't really consider just how much damage we had there, but we get a ridiculous amount of damage. Wow. Okay. Well, Jetmir's sweet. It took us a lot of turns to get to the point where we could do it, but once we did it, it was super sweet. It is like everything as Embercleave, isn't it? Punting our way to victory. Welcome to the stream. Math is for punts are for attackers, math are for blockers. That's our rule around here. Oh, that was sweet. Okay, I kind of like this Jetmir card. Still not sure about this curve. Look at this curve. At least give me a Tingle Florahedon or something. So we're bringing a bit more removal. No farewells, unfortunately. Wandering Emperor is decent, though. Valorous Stance can snipe the big stuff. We do want to keep our threats, though, for the most part. We don't want to just cut, because that was sweet. Like, if we can actually go off with Jetmir, it's like kind of great. So we still want to keep the ability to do that. So maybe we just do some trimming. Trim. I want to see a rabble rousing. Rabble rousing would have been insane that game. All right, let's try it like that. Surprised this deck doesn't run Burn Down the House. I can't imagine running Ginny Fey Jetmir deck without it. Helps first the top decks, and making 3 AC tokens is very good with both your key cards. Yeah, Burn Down the House is a card I like a lot. I mean, this is not a deck I built. This is a infamous small Japanese tournament deck. All right. Well, we got Ginny. We got the Chariot, the combo opponent. Yeah, we are kind of tilted towards playing as many legends as possible to make Bard class work. So I think some of that stuff would probably be even better in a non-Bard class deck, because we do need a critical mass of legends, or else Bard class doesn't really do anything. Burn Down the House, though, is a card that has went way up in value, in my opinion. Burn Down the House and Battle of Frost and Fire are 2 cards that have just gotten so much better. Aw. So we play this, we level it up. Yeah, I think that's correct. Play the Bard class. We can level it up and play Ginny Fey next turn. What? Yeah, the sneak peek stream is starting in about 10 or 15 minutes, so we will turn it on. We'll turn it on once the spoilers start. Watch it together. Opponent. Soon, we'll see. So, are people still mad about the crossover stuff? Yeah, the gains text is the important bit with the Den of the Bugbear. Honestly, I didn't realize it did that either until I actually saw someone do it, and then I read it closer and I was like, oh, that actually does kind of make sense. Yeah. Opponent off to the snowball. Farewell. We need a farewell. I think we're just dead. We could like pass our turn, March of Otherworldly Light, try to kill the Kami. I don't think it really matters. We're so far behind at the moment that I think we just gotta hope our opponent has a bad hand, essentially. March and just killing this, because our opponent has so many threats, I don't feel like is a great solution. If our opponent just had like the Kami or something, then yeah, but I feel like yeah, we're just, I think that opponent bumps the stuff, draws a card, goes to combat, hits us for infinite. We will block. It's really absurd what this rune deck does when it doesn't get disrupted. This is like it's like the boggles. Opponent says good game. Okay, they didn't say good game last game when they died to 100 damage at Jetmir, but apparently our opponent only thinks the game's good when they win. Yeah, the runes deck is pretty much built to destroy decks like ours, I think. Like, we're not a super interactive deck. We're kind of trying to do our thing. We managed to get there in game 1 because we went as big as they did, which was kind of shocking. Yeah, what does well against runes is decks that are just overloaded on cheap removal. Like, if you beat it like you beat like Boggles, essentially, or a heroic deck or something, by just trying to keep all the creatures off the battlefield. I think that's the pathway to victory. Would prefer wizards growing their own brand instead of relying on others. Yeah, so I feel like the mood of the community overall has shifted a little bit. I don't know about these lantern flares. These lantern flares are great once we get going, which is sweet, but as we see here, they're not good at sniping like a Kami. Like, this is probably not the right early game removal spell. It should probably be March or Fateful Absence. Something that's just like, oh, your thing is dead on turn 2. Because here we're going to do this weird, like, oh, we have 2 removal spells in hand, but those removal spells don't actually do anything. And now our opponent gets to grow their Kami. Opponent. I think Bard class level Exile Ginny was better than Bard class Cast Ginny. Yeah, that's probably true. Opponent, Fable the Mirror Breaker. Gets in, hits us. Oh, do we pitch the land, chat? If we pitch the land and don't draw another one, we do nothing. But this would get rid of the Cammy. Yeah, I feel like it really didn't matter what we do. Oh. Chat. Yeah, I think you have to. But not being able to play anything forever is such a big risk. Alright. Alright, Magic Gods. We did the discipline thing. Reward us with an untapped land. Alright, that works. That works. Crucible. Etsushi? Etsushi blocks this. Yeah. You know what? Azika's Chariot. Azika's Chariot just puts the bodies on the battlefield. All right, we got lucky. The Magic Gods rewarded us for doing the right thing. I'm on it. Gonna do some looting. And now this puts bodies on the battlefield, so these lantern flares actually become magic cards. I don't know why, but I have a feeling Lana Ralph could be reprinted in Dominaria United. Hype for weekly MTG stream. Yeah, it's possible. I mean, last time we went to Dominaria, that was during the era where Wizards basically said, we don't do one mana dorks, and then they still did Lana Ralphs because it's a iconic Dominaria card. Runeforge, Lothgarmon, welcome to the Fishbowl. Looking forward to the 40K stream to see how you pronounce all the names. Yeah, that should be fun. It's coming up soon. It's coming up soon. Another 5 or 10 minutes. One mana dorks are pretty good in standard. They're just they speed things up quite a bit. I'm not against it, but I do think it's risky. Yeah, we do need to get Elvish Mystic at some point, I think. Opponent Runeforge Champion draws a card. Wow, okay. Really wants a treasure for some reason. Well, Azika's Chariot block. Opponent it's a land. It's a land. Okay, wait, we gotta think about this. We need to kill this Runeforge champion. How do we do this? That's a rabble rousing, though. Oh, we might be able to do cool things. All right, let's think about this. This is gonna flip. So we can play the land on green. We can crew Azika's Chariot. Unfortunately, I think we gotta wait a turn and kill the... We gotta kill the Runeforge. Get in. Copy the cat. Turn on the lantern flare. Opponent takes it. Lantern flare. Kill the Runeforge. Oh, dealt with. Out of here. Past the turn. Cabby's gonna come back, but that's okay. And now the rabble rousing could come down and go to town. Here comes the tokens, and then we just need Jetmir. Dominaria United is probably the set I'm most excited for. Dominaria and Brothers War, the two sets. Ever since they announced the product lineup for this year, those were the two sets. Although I've been excited about all of them, but those are the two in specific that really have stuck out. So Double Masters I'm excited about just because it's going to hopefully decrease prices on stuff people need, but it's just a reprint set. So as far as actual like gameplay stuff, we already know all the cards. We know what they do, so it's a little bit different. Warhammer, I've never played Warhammer. I'm curious to see what the cards look like, how good they are and whatnot, but it's not something I've ever really played before, so but I am curious about it, I would say, though. Another Cammy. Yeah, let's... Lantern flared again. Out of here. Opponent makes a wolf. And another whammy cammy. Okay. But we have a rabble rousing. We can play the rabble rousing. We can hide away, I guess, a second rabble rousing. Crew the Chariot. Go attacking with both. Doesn't really matter. Trigger. Copy a cat. Makes them citizens. Opponent blocks. It blocks. Doesn't care about the reflections of Kiki Jiki. Gonna try to draw a big threat. Opponent scoops it up. And we got there. We got there. We got to go off with Zaire. Welcome to the Fish Ball. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That actually worked. That actually worked. We got to see Jetmir go off in game one. It was pretty impressive. And then that game, we had the removal. It was slow removal, but the lantern flares ended up working out. Uh-oh, it might be stream time.
Harless just knows things.
Announcement
Harless has
day.
the inside track on all the stuff coming up, and so she is going to
Can you hear the stream?
have 3 pre-reads and a trench coat, as we've been referring to
Does
it.
it sound? Does it sound all right?
So we're going to talk about. There
Too
we
loud?
go. There's all the things we're going to talk about on the bottom there. So I want to just get right into it because
do
again,
it.
just
All right, here we go. Here we
mounds
go.
of information here. So Harless, why don't you start off? Let's talk about a unique partnership we've got coming up because Warhammer 40,000 has a lot of things going on for it. So tell us about our partnership with Warhammer 40,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
Volume
I'm
level-
so excited to finally
okay.
be talking about this to the public. It's been happening for a while, and I'm so excited to get into this. Warhammer 40,000 made a lot of sense for us because a lot of people in the building.
Wait, you can't hear me or you can't hear them? I'm confused. I keep hearing different things. Their stream is too quiet or I'm too quiet? Stream louder.
They love
Okay.
IP so much, and that was very much the case with Warhammer. So I'm very excited. We are dropping 4 commander decks and 3 secret layer drops that are in collaboration with the
3
Warhammer
secret
40,000
layers.
IP.
3
Oh wow!
secret
So
layers.
okay, so that's because
That's
for
a
Universes
lot.
Beyond stuff that we've done in the past, it's mostly been kind of secret layer drops, small things here.
We have a
and
new
there. This
donation
sounds
from
pretty
Alex
good.
Mateo. Hey, Seth, thanks for the refreshing content. Had to rush to my mom's today. She was admitted to the ER and take care of my 80-year-old grandma at the same time. Your content is always the best palate cleanser. Alex,
Brands and gaming that
thank you for the donation. I'm so sorry. I hope your mom's all right. Wow. Thank you so much, and definitely hope everything works out with your family. That's tough.
And for Warhammer 40,000, it really made a lot of sense to do commander decks. It also, it's a social format, and it just has a lot of those like similar elements to
Cody,
why people love
welcome to the
Warhammer.
Fishbowl. Thank
Are
you
similar
so
reasons to
much
why
for your
people love
subscription. Big
Magic.
super
They've
you.
got this
That's
amazing
a lot of
big
product.
world, right? They have it's a pretty massive.
That's a lot of product. 3 secret layer drops in 4 commander decks. That's a lot of Warhammer
big
cards.
For secret layer alone.
Sure, makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, so you said 4 commander decks, 3 secret layer drops. What can you give us any more specifics around those things?
Well, there is going to be a never before seen treatment that's coming out in these, which is going to be the
Of course.
surge foil.
Oh,
There's always
Okay.
a never
It's really cool.
before
It's
seen
really pretty.
treatment.
We're going to talk about a few really cool treatments today.
Yeah.
But surge foil is a newer one.
That's
It's really beautiful. I'm not going to tell you too much about it because I know that we've been taking some really beautiful videos.
that's like
and photos.
400. That's like 400 cards, right? I guess there's lands, but that's a lot of cards. People, it's so funny because people are always like, "Oh, I didn't think it was a full set." But when you think about 4 commander decks and the amount of new cards that is roughly the equivalent of a standard set.
We've been, as you probably noticed, we've been playing around with our treatments quite a bit lately, and it's been really cool. It's been really fun, and so we have a lot of really unique new treatments that are coming out, and like you said, they look just amazing on video. So
yeah.
look out for those.
So now 4 commander decks, but my understanding is that there's different versions of each deck.
That's right. So
I am most excited about
we are going to be
about
doing
Dominaria
a
United.
collector's edition
Okay.
commander decks.
So each of the 4 commander decks will have kind of 2 versions.
Exactly, a standard and a collector's edition.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we've got some
What?
of the product shots if we can put those up.
Oh,
and yeah, you'll see they've cleverly.
All right, Jet. What do you think about that? What do you think about collector edition commander decks? That's something we've never seen before.
I bet it means something Warhammer.
So they're gonna sell a $50 version and then a $200 version of the commander deck with like special
Blue, red,
treatments.
green.
Guessing on the prices.
Let's take a look at the third one. The Ruinous Powers, or
Oh,
fourth one, sorry.
there's cards.
The Ruinous Powers. There we can see a
Okay.
accident.
Abandon the
Show
despoiler.
off that.
Trample during Grix is 5 mana 5/5 trample. Mark of Chaos Ascendant. During your turn, spells you cast from your hand with mana value X have or less have Cascade, where X is the total amount of life you're. Oh, that card's busted. That card's busted. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. They're actually printing real cards in the. That is going to be a legitimately.
As opposed
Oh my
to a brand new
god.
mechanic.
Okay.
Yes.
That
Okay,
is
so
a.
that's something we're doing for this to kind of bring.
That is a
more of
busted
that
commander.
Flavor and lore.
That's
feeling
that's
from
Yidris.
Warhammer.
That's Yidris.
Exactly.
But
yes.
3 colors in
you know,
Grixis.
like I said, we really want to make these feel like you're experiencing the universe of Warhammer. And so, what better way to do that than by changing up the text to mirror that and showcase that?
Absolutely. So that's one of the legendary characters.
Literally,
the only one we're going to show off for now. But we do have a couple.
That's
of
literally one of the most.
so we have a big splashy card to show next called Blood for the Blood God.
Blood
That's a
for
mana
the
cost
Blood God. 8 plus black and red. So 11 mana instant. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature that died this turn. Discard your hand, then draw 8 cards. Blood for the Blood God deals 8 damage to each opponent, exile it. That card's pretty good. That card's very, I mean, that's another, I mean, okay, so this card's fine. This card's fine. The commander's busted, though.
Warhammer 40,000 fans. And there was so much love put into getting these right. And this card is just so fun. Blood for the Blood God, flavor text, skulls for the Skull Throne. It just feels epic, even if you aren't.
I don't know what Blood for the Blood God is, but that's a cool card if you're playing a removal heavy deck. If you're playing a sacrifice deck, you can sacrifice your own team. There's combos, casting your Bloodghast a bunch of times, or your Gravecrawler a bunch of times, sacking it. Oh.
So Squad
Vanguard
2 is going to be a mechanic that is in the set. And it's
Vanguard Suppressor. 4 mana 3/2. Asteres Warrior. Squad 2. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you can pay 2 any number of times. When it enters the battlefield, create that many token count. It's Kicker! Every mechanic's Kicker. Flying, suppressing fire. That reminds me of Cyril on Archer. Whenever I hear suppressing fire. Whenever Vanguard deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Suppressing fire. Okay. The mechanic's essentially multi-kicker, but it's multi-kicker that makes copies of a creature.
correct?
Yes.
That seems reasonable. The creature itself is bad or not great. Oh, so we're gonna get some magic cards too.
2 and a blue.
So
And
fabricate,
this one is going to be.
but a Warhammer
available-
version.
Sorry.
So these cards will be legal in like other commander decks. They'll be legal in Legacy, legal in Vintage, legal in Commander. Who knows? Maybe show up on Arena in some form for Historic or something.
Reprints with Warhammer.
That's a sweet looking fabricate.
Absolutely, yeah. You want to make sure.
BRB. Shh. Shh. I know you're so barky.
Definitely see reprints pulled into there for sure.
All right, great. So that is
Wow.
all we have for Warhammer 40.
Do they have a release date?
Soon we will obviously talk more about that set as we get closer to previews, but we got more to talk about. We've even got more preview cards coming. When we talk about Double Masters 2022. I'm excited for this
Double
one.
Masters.
There's
That Grixis card's
so much
crazy.
good stuff here.
Yeah.
But
All right,
before
Double
we
Masters.
do that, let's take a look at the logo and some of the key dates.
Okay.
There's some key art as well. some
Aminatu,
familiar figures
Liliana.
Yes.
people may recognize. And then,
Previews June
some key
16th.
dates.
1
So
week.
Previews are going to begin on June 16th.
WPM Premium
And then the
Preview
full
event?
set will be revealed by June 24th.
What
and
is
then
this?
July 1st through 7th, players are going to be able to participate in some WPN Premium Preview events. So if your local game...
So Double Masters, if you don't know Double Masters, Master sets are reprint sets. The last one we got was actually Double Masters. This is Double Masters 2022. It is all reprints. The goal is it's going to bring prices of cards down and get more supply out there.
We're going to look at...
It helps.
Product shots.
Yay!
Product shots.
Woo! Product shots.
Collector.
So
they've never done
the
collector
graphic on
boosters before, right?
The black one. I actually got to. We got
That is
some
a
of those
cool
in office, and
treatment.
I got to open one the other day.
Okay.
It was so good.
What is his
So good.
character?
We're going to do
What
that
do you
on
think
the show
this?
eventually too. So
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
What is
I can't be
this?
too jealous. So,
Barby.
yeah, tell us a little bit about the product.
What do you
lineup
think
for
this?
Double Masters.
What do you think this
so
thing
we are
is?
going to have draft boosters as well as these collector boosters. This
Weird
kind of standard
Tarmogoyf?
stuff. These are going to be lots of
So Double Masters, the cards are legal in the same format they're already legal in. So everything's, Gitrog could be. So everything's a reprint. So if Tarmogoyf gets reprinted, and none of the reprints change legality, basically. If it's legal in Pioneer and it's reprinted, it's legal in all the same places. Same for Modern, Legacy, Commander. Necroticus is a good
ways
guess.
to collect these cards. So there's collector boosters with these as well, which is really, really exciting.
Yep.
Every rare and mythic rare in this set has a foil etched version of the card, and we saw this before in
Okay.
Commander Legends,
Yep.
and it's coming back now. It's so
Every rare and
beautiful.
mythic
It's
has a foil etched. Bear, come here, bud. You can't just keep barking during my stream. You're getting so loud.
Treatment, correct.
Come here. Barby.
There's another new foiling process here.
That's right. So in this one, we are going
Sorry,
to
Bear's-
have,
Bear's
sorry, we're
freaking
talking
out.
about Double Masters. Yes, we are going to making
There's-
sure. We are all this one.
There's like a truck parked across from our house, and Bear cannot stand it. Like, he's been barking at it. It's like a farmer working his field, and Bear's been barking at it like all day on and off. He just hates having that truck across the road from our house.
Guys,
them.
it's just like there's texture. They shot anyway. We are going to show that. And in fact,
Bear,
why don't
come
we
here.
just do that?
Let's do it.
All right, let's see it.
Well, not the texture foils yet, but we will show some preview cards. Let's do.
Lemure, welcome to the
preview
Fishbowl.
cards.
Thank you
Producer
so
Sean
much
is
for your
thanking me
subscription.
not
Big tip for
jumping out of
you.
order.
It is.
Let's
It's
show
Bear's.
some preview cards first
Barby.
because
Barby, come here.
we have this. So
Oh,
there are three different treatments.
Yes,
this is three
yes.
different frames. So
Eldrazi coming
what are-
back is
what are each of these
big.
frames,
That is
Harlan?
big. Those cards are
Okay, so we are going to
expensive.
have
If they're
these.
printing one of them,
Sorry,
they're
I'm
going to
getting
print
my
all of
notes
them.
out
So they're
order.
all going to be coming back. And even though
So
they've
we're
been
gonna have a
reprinted,
regular,
these cards are
a
expensive.
borderless,
Bear, come
and
here.
a foil etched version here.
Kozilek,
The foil etched is gonna have that treatment on it that gives it that extra,
$72. And I believe that the other
shine,
ones,
all the shinies
Emrakul,
that we love in Magic.
Ulamog,
It's
both
not
in
like
the same
rainbow shine,
range.
it's
So
a little
that's
bit different.
that's
But
big.
it has its own
What do you
spectacular sparkle.
Yeah, and the
What do you think of the treatment? How do you like the middle treatment? Is Ian Miller? Who was Ian Miller?
okay, you're like shaking your head at me. I'm like, they can't see you.
That's right.
All right, let's look at our next preview card. This one's going to excite a lot of people. I know it's exciting.
Yes.
Because
Ooh.
Ren and 6
Ren and
is
That looks good with
getting
the.
its first reprint.
I like the
Yes.
treatment. It looks
and
clean.
there's another new piece of art with that borderless.
Beautiful.
That looks good.
Yeah, this card is a powerhouse in every format
stay
where
here.
it's legal.
Come say hi.
Really strong card. Really cool art there in the middle.
I love the art. It feels like an embrace between the two almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love the silhouette of the side. You can clearly see they are joined, but it looks so much more intimate and personal from the front. It really showcases that relationship.
Yep,
See? Magic
absolutely.
cards.
Yeah, the story where Ren and 6,
Say hi to everyone.
where Ren leads
hi.
6 and finds 7
hi.
is pretty heartbreaking.
Absolutely.
Anyway, next up we have our third and final Double Masters preview card. So you may have seen Liliana on the box art. Liliana, the
no more
Last
barking.
Hope is
No
the
more barking.
version that we are getting in Double Masters. And again, you see those three different treatments.
Yeah, he's a
borderless,
big one.
again, just
Ooh, all right,
absolutely
Liliana the
gorgeous
Last
artwork.
Hope. So the reprint.
So much emotion.
And then
Oh,
Dun,
here's
dun,
what we were talking
dun.
about. Yeah, so tell us a little bit about
okay.
this foiling art.
That looks good.
Oh my gosh. So I really wanted to make sure we could show
So it's hard to really know what the value is going to be just because it depends on all the things they put in the set. These are obviously great reprints. If they have a bunch of duds in there, it lowers the value. But these are all really solid reprints that we need more
gosh,
of.
it really feels
That
like
does look
the
really
cards
nice,
are
too.
moving in your hand when you're holding them.
Well, and when you like rub your thumb over it, it's got a little bit of a texture to it.
Yeah,
right?
you know, with S&C we brought
Do
in
you
a
do you
little-
like the etch foils? I don't know why they're showing them with rocks. I guess I have no idea. Do you like etch foils? I mean, Liliana the Last Hope's not a bad reprint. And remember, usually Double Master's last one had 40 mythics. It's probably unlikely they do two Lilianas in the same set, but this one's like $20. It looks good here at least, the etch foiling.
Yeah. And so yeah, a select group of cards will have this texture foil.
Texture foil.
Double Masters 2022. I said it was the last preview card. I lied.
Ooh.
It's not. We have some promos that we
Yes.
are showing off as well. So tell
right.
us about these two promos, Arliss.
Yes, so we have these are
Weathered
both going to be
Wayfarer
release promos. So we
and Bring
have
to Light.
Weathered Wayfarer as well as
That's not much
Bring to
value.
Light. And beginning July 1st at WPN Premium Stores.
I mean, they look
and July
okay.
8th everywhere. You can experience
But they're not worth
twice
much.
the magic with Double Masters. You can get these by going into your stores.
I guess
for
Weathered
release.
Wayfarer is like 12.
And these cards are also in the main set. So we have other versions as well. So there's the regular and the
Bring to
foil
Light
X.
1.
Yeah, so the promos have
The only thing it drives, like, I'm fine with the pretty cards like this. It just, Weathered Wayfarer's 12. Bring to Light's 1. Every set's gonna have some duds. Although it is brutal when you open a $20 pack or whatever they end up being in. Hopefully not that high, but a very expensive pack, and you get a double $1
if
rare.
you like the foil etch treatment, you're going to like what you get out of Double Masters.
Absolutely.
All right, let's move to our third
Dominaria.
in trench coat. No preview cards here, just setting
Aw.
expectations. We're a little far away for this one, but let's talk about it because this is
No
this is a big
spoilers for
moment us. This is
Dominaria.
Dominaria United. We're returning to Dominaria again.
Yes.
Ooh.
What's going on here?
So
Okay, so
Karn,
we are, as you said, we are going back to
Who's-
Magic's home plane
who's
of
this?
Dominaria. And really, this is going to bring us into our 30th anniversary celebration. What better way to do that than return to our home plane?
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is quintessential Magic at its best, right? At its core. Magic has a lot of
Joda.
quintessential
Good call.
fantasy elements, and Dominaria really plays into those.
Shauna, Joda,
But this time, and this is exciting, this is going to kick off an epic story arc that's going to cover multiple sets.
Ooh, okay. Well, we
The
kind of
fate
expected
of
this.
Dominaria
It's
and
got to be
multiverse
the Phyrexian
is
thing.
in jeopardy.
It's the
And
Phyrexians.
there's
It's
some,
got to be.
There's some story that you can look forward to later this year to dig into that, but it's epic.
Yep.
It's epic.
You,
It's
you
So
were
that's what
telling me right before the show, completely apropos to nothing. You're like, I just read this story and I was crying.
yeah.
So that's what it's
so
building
good.
towards.
And
Building towards
having these, like,
Dominaria
three
versus
lines
Phyrexia?
for a few sets in a row.
Oh, I hope
It's
the
gonna
Fairy
be
gets completed
really,
and we never
really
see another
interesting,
Fairy
and it's
Planeswalker
tying
card.
things
They're all so
together, in an
so
interesting
good.
way, and
Too
I'm trying to
good.
be very careful with what I'm saying here.
It's good and interesting.
It is
and
good.
There's a story.
Yes.
And I mean, it is something we've been building
Yeah.
to for a long time. And we are going to see, the conclusion after the end of that arc. So
Right.
it's within sight. We can kind of start. We can at least start hinting at it instead
Yeah.
of saying no comment.
I mean, it's
Exactly.
obviously Phyrexia.
So let's look at a couple key dates, so we can give you some actual
Oh.
information instead of just vague booking
that's
everything.
good. At least
So
it's
Dominaria
early
United
September.
Pre-release events are going to start September 2nd.
Normally it's end of September. Early September is good because we're waiting for standard to change and rotate when we get this set. So much better coming the first weeks of September rather than the end.
We're still fine-tuning that, but
Yeah, I don't know why
have
they.
3 prebeats in a trench coat. It takes some time.
yeah, some things.
I don't know why they.
because we're pretty far out.
Didn't
here,
show us
but,
something.
Yeah, this is the start of something big at Dominaria United.
Really big.
Yes. What we can show you, some more hard information. Set symbols. So this is the
I gotta say I'm a little disappointed they didn't. That looks like Karn kind of, and then Commander of course. I'm a little disappointed they didn't give us something from Dominaria. Like if you're gonna put it on
Tell
there.
us about the product line because this is Dominaria United.
Yep.
Feels like we would do some exciting
Oh, we
things,
got
so tell us a bit
some
about the
box
product
art at
line.
least.
Yep, so
Is
we're
that
gonna
Liliana?
have,
Liliana
so
Johnny?
here with
Is this
set
Warless
boosters,
Bar?
set
Is that
boosters,
braids?
as well as
Is that a new
the
braids?
pre-release.
Okay.
That's
I
gotta
just
be
said
braids.
special
Who else has
and
braids like
important a
that?
couple
Is that
times,
braids
so
coming
is
back?
there anything else that we're doing?
There
Ooh.
is something else
That's-
that's going to be
oh,
coming out with
completed
Dominaria,
Jaya?
and that is Set Jumpstart.
You said set jumpstart. So are we doing these with every set starting with Dominaria?
That's correct. So
Okay.
beginning with Dominaria, we will be putting out Jumpstart, which is going to be you're going to get your pack with the possible themes on it. And for every single set, we're going to start releasing these. Jumpstart is so beloved, and it's so fun. It's such a fun way to play Magic.
Yep.
Even like one of the things I love about Jumpstart is if I'm
Every set's gonna have. I mean, Jumpstart is a really cool, and I'm glad that they make it. But does every set need 5 commander decks, a Jumpstart, an alchemy? Every set's 1,000 cards now. Every set is the amount of cards we used to get in an entire year or something now.
Like Jumpstart, what is the Jumpstart experience?
Yeah, so Jumpstart's really, really great because instead of, with Draft, you draft your deck.
Yep.
With Jumpstart, that is kind of taken out of the mix for you. With Jumpstart, you're able to.
At the same time, Jumpstart is aimed at new players mostly. So I think that maybe they are trying to go for different audiences. Jumpstart's cool, and I think it's a really sweet product. The first one, I think, was one of the best sets they made that year. But I do wonder, I will say, my opinion, I'm curious what your opinion is. My opinion is that Commander decks, when they used to do Commander 2011, Commander 2012 once a year, were one of the best things Wizards had ever done. But my feeling is once they started doing them every single set, I think the quality dropped. I don't think they're as good as they used to be. They're not as exciting as they used to be because we just expect them and they happen every time. Plus, Wizards has to somehow make that many new cards. Like, it already blows my mind that they've made cards for 30 years and keep coming up with new things. And it gets a little bit harder when you have to take and make, 500 legends each year instead of 50 legends each year. That's just so many more designs you got to make. So that's my concern with Jumpstart is sometimes they take a really cool thing and then they do it too much and that thing just becomes normal and less cool.
23, everything.
I do like that it's a place they can reprint stuff though. Like that is definitely really nice, having another consistent home where they could reprint expensive cards. We'll see how much they use it. Hopefully they really embrace it, but
So, because later this year, we are doing something called Wizards Presents. Wizards Presents is going to, I'm going to double check this date, yes. August 18th is going to be Wizards Presents. And when we say Wizards Presents, we mean Wizards Presents. This is going to include things from D&D, from other things we're working on. Obviously, a lot of Magic. We'll talk about sets coming out in 2023.
Yeah.
That story arc that you were referring to, we're going to have more information on that.
I guess that's our previews.
And August 18th it'll also help kick off Dominaria.
So August 18th, disappointingly no Dominaria spoiler. August 18th we'll get even more information, which is 3 months away or something. So what did we learn today? We got to see, let me see if these Commander previews are up on the site, because that one's absurd. Let me see if I can actually find the preview. There's so many sets now, they're hard to find. So what did we actually learn today? We got to see three or four cards from the Warhammer decks. The Warhammer decks. Oh, arena update? Hang on. I can put it back. We might as well see what the arena update is.
Next week is our debut for Commander Legends Baldur's Gate.
Yep.
Super excited about. That's happening Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pacific time, right here. We already recorded it. It's great. We're going to be talking about a ton of cards.
So next week, Commander Legends Baldur's Gate.
Legends Baldur's Gate, not typically something that would come to Magic the Gathering Arena because, there's no multiplayer. Commander's not a format.
I think we know this.
But it's such a cool set, and the flavor of Dungeons and Dragons is so cool that the Arena team found a way
they found the
bring a lot of that to
technology.
Arena. So we are going to be releasing a set called Historic Horizons Baldur's Gate. Alchemy Horizons Baldur's Gate. There we go. It's going to have new mechanics, new legends, powerful new spells. It is going to be flavorfully related to the tabletop Baldur's Gate. It's coming on July 7th.
So
there will be
we knew this was coming.
New spell
This is the set of the summer. There's no new standard set. This is what the Mastery Tree is. This is what you're gonna have to play essentially. So you can see the numbers dropping. I will say,
Gathering Arena Premier Play System. And so that it attaches to the tabletop system.
No,
We've got a lot of
it's on
stuff
here.
going on. So there are a few events coming up that we wanted to call out.
All right, I think that's it. So that's what's coming in Arena this summer. Wizards all in on alchemy. They're all in on alchemy. They're gonna try their best to make it work. We'll see if it does. Right now, just the numbers suggest people aren't actually playing alchemy, which is kind of the issue. Wizards really wants people to play it. We'll see if it changes it. Maybe this set will change it, but I don't have high hopes. So what did we actually learn today? We learned a little bit about Arena. We kind of already knew this alchemy set was coming, so that's coming in July. We got to see these Warhammer cards. This card in specific, I think, is going to be incredibly popular. Like, this compares to Yidris, which is the most expensive in its 4-color combination, the most expensive commander. It's an epically heavily played, very popular commander. This kind of does the same thing, but arguably even better. Like, you deal a bunch of damage. It's like Rakdos and Yidris mixed together. So I think this card, I'm honestly kind of surprised. You never know these crossovers. Sometimes you see like the Street Fighter secret lair drops, and you're like, oh, okay, these are kind of cool, but they're not super pushed. I don't know how heavily played they'll be. Abandon the Despoiler. I expect this to be a really, really popular commander. Players love Cascade. It's competitively costed. It's really, really good. We also got Blood for the Blood God. I don't know what the flavor of this is because I don't actually play Warhammer, but this seems like a sweet card for a sacrifice deck, combo it with a Wrath or something. It is really expensive to get going, so there's going to be some games where it does kind of nothing, but then there's going to be other games where it essentially is self-healing and dealing a bunch of damage. So I think this one in the right deck, especially some sort of sacrifice deck, could be good. And then we got Kicker, take 3, take 40, whatever. Another variant quicker in Squad, where you can pay to kick the creature essentially and get a token copy of it, which seems kind of sweet. I don't know how good this card is in specific. It's like a 4-mana flying Ophidian essentially. I don't know if that's going to be good enough, but I do think the squad mechanic is actually pretty strong. Just like, if you make a lot of mana, you make infinite mana means infinite tokens with any of these cards. Even if you don't have infinite mana, you get up to 10 mana in the late game, you get 4 of these or 5 of these, and they're real creatures. They're not sticking around for the turn. So I think it's like an inherently powerful mechanic, whether or not this card in specific ends up being the card. And then, I mean, we got some good reprints in Commander Legends, or not Commander, so many sets. Not Commander Legends, that starts next week on Tuesday. But in Double Masters, we saw Liliana, we saw the return of Eldrazi. I like the treatment. I think the borderless treatment actually looks pretty sharp. It's not like super far out there. Oh, I forgot Fabricate reprint as well. So, I don't know, what are you thinking, chat? Where are you at? Where are you at with all this stuff? I'm actually super curious. Blood for the Blood God is because the gods of 40k have their own holy numbers. The God of War in Blood is 8. Interesting. Very meh. What are you most hyped for? I mean, and then Commander Legends number 2. Spoilers start Tuesday and go on for about a week or so. So we're a couple of days after the weekend, Commander Legends 2. So to look at the release schedule, if you want to try to keep up on all this, we'll pull up the Reddit one more time. So essentially what's happening is starting next week, we are getting spoilers for Commander Legends Baldur's Gate. Previews or a pre-release is actually happening. Commander Legends 2 pre-release is happening the weekend of Command Fest Richmond. So the first weekend in June. So spoilers start Tuesday. We get a week or whatever, 2 of spoilers. Release the beginning of June. Then we have the beginning of July, Double Masters. We have the beginning of September. We have Dominaria United, which we didn't hear much about. And then we have the Warhammer cards, which we didn't get a date from. We'll have to look at the WotC site and see. So that's coming up. Basically every single set. The other big news is Jumpstart every single set, which I don't know if I like it. I'm afraid I like Jumpstart, but I'm afraid that too much of a good thing might end up being a negative. But I'm a huge 40k fan, so I'm getting each of the decks, but we'll have to see what makes the Collector's Edition special. Oh yeah, also first ever Collector's Edition Commander Precon, so I think the takeaway is this. The takeaway is there's even more product than we actually realize. Like, there's a ton of sets coming out, and then each of those sets is actually kind of multiple sets and has multiple product lines. So there's a ton of magic happening. Whether that's a good or bad thing, we're going to have to wait and see, I guess. Are people going to get overloaded? Does it just segment out in the jump starts for this crowd and the main sets for this crowd? We'll have to see how it plays out, but there is certainly a ton of magic coming over the next few months. But on that note, everyone, I think I actually got to wrap up the stream for the night, so I'm going to do a spoiler video. Good old spoilers. Good news is we'll be back on Tuesday, I think. Ooh, actually, there's some chance I move next week's Tuesday stream to Monday because of spoiler stuff, but I'll definitely let you know on social media. There's some chance that we do Monday instead of Tuesday, but we'll be back the beginning of next week. Yeah, Commander Precon Collector's Edition is pretty insane. Let's let Tomer do spoilers for Commander. Yeah, Tomer does some stuff. Spoilers is kind of my job for the most part, and I like to talk new Magic cards, so I can't really complain too much. But on that note, everyone, we gotta wrap it up for tonight. Gotta go do some spoiler action. Thanks for hanging out, talking spoilers, playing a bit of Magic. We'll be back the beginning of next week to have some more fun. I love y'all. Next, oh boy, ask me next stream. I will plan it out and we'll get it done. We'll get viewer battles going soon. So have a wonderful weekend. Thanks so much, everyone, for being awesome. Seriously, you're amazing. You blow me away each and every day. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Enjoy it. And I will see you on Monday or Tuesday for some more fun. So until then, I love you and I will talk to you soon.